Yeah, we like to take a look like sort of halfway through the year. We just finished E3. We're moving on towards the fall now and the summer, and we're going to see what's coming next. We're excited about all the awesome games coming soon, but it's a good time to look back and see some of the games that didn't pan out so well this year.
Yeah.
So these are the 13 worst reviewed games of 2016 so far on IGN. These are all going by their official reviews. There is no editorial bias happening here.
These are all
at least at
reviewed
this
by
table.
different people.
Yes.
IGN isn't one person.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It is not a score-spitting 70-foot-tall robot.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. Starting with Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Really bums me out. Huge fan of Super Mario RPG and the Super NES. Huge fan of the Paper Mario series. At one point, this franchise kind of split in half and became the Mario and Luigi series and the Paper Mario series, and then they crossed over here and there. Paper Jam just doesn't work. As you can see, great combat can't make up for a dull story, flat humor, and tedious toad hunts. These games they've gotten very, very talky over the last few years. They don't let you actually play them, so that's a big problem.
Yeah.
5.9, coming up next, Layers of Fear.
That's a great image you grabbed there. I can't even tell what that is.
That's part of our
Is that part of a woman's collarbones?
Yeah. Chloe Rad, by the way, who works here at IGN, just wonderful writer, had the just esteemed treasure of spending the entire year reviewing some of the worst games on this list. This is not her fault. She just gets handed some bad eggs. So Layers of Fear, if you were trying to be scared by this game, maybe you will be, but for the wrong reasons. Next, we've got Mighty Number 9.
Hey,
there you are.
mediocre. And
Yeah.
Vince Ingenito, of course, who's he grinds through games pretty hard. He did Metal Gear Solid 5. He did The Witcher 3. Yeah, he did
Overwatch,
Overwatch. He's a busy man. He chews up games and spits them out. And for him to take this and be like,
he's also like a really big old school gamer. Like grew up on the NES and Super NES. Loves a classic platforming game. That one just didn't pan out.
Yep.
It's a Mega Man tramp stamp.
What?
No, he does not have a Mega Man stamp on his butt.
No? Okay. I don't know.
No. All right. Next, we've got Rick and Morty, Pocket Mortys. That's a bummer. I heard good things about this game. I actually downloaded it and played the first level and was like, oh, cool. Turns out it doesn't really pan out well. This is one of the only iOS games on the list. IGN doesn't really review a ton of iOS games anymore. If they did, I have a feeling that this list would almost be 90% iOS games.
Totally.
We actually don't review a ton of
Cookie
shovelware
Crusher.
either.
Yeah.
So when you see a bad game being reviewed on IGN, it's because we really, really wanted to like it.
We should really have a Steam Greenlight section. Just for Word Chaser.
Coming up next, we've got Hardware Rivals. There is fun to be had, but the novelty of Hardware Rivals wears thin pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Weak progression, flat audio.
This was
with
on
variety.
PlayStation Plus, or maybe it was free to play, I forgot. But I downloaded it because it looked kind of cool because it's got funky pink tanks and stuff.
That's how I got this game.
And I kind of screwed around there, and then it wasn't this. Mediocre is exactly it. It was one of those things I just was like, I'm never gonna play this again, and I just uninstalled it, and I wasn't mad or anything. It was just like,
It just
I'm
happened.
glad I didn't spend money on this. you know?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's what you have to remember, especially as you get older, is that time is money. And if you get a game for free and it's bad, playing it is probably worse than just not playing a game. Or, it's the same thing with pizza, where people are like, "Oh, bad pizza's still pizza." Like, no, it's bad pizza, and bad games are bad games. It's better to just not have pizza than to eat bad pizza.
Go
and
look
it's
at a
better
sunset.
Yeah, exactly.
The worst sunset is still better than the best game.
Coming up next.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. Don't stare at a sunset either. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, the fourth in the titular very long title franchise. 5.5. This was reviewed by Jake James Lugo. He says poor AI, shallow adventure mode, connection issues. That's a bummer.
Yeah, also it's a Naruto game.
Yeah, well.
Boo!
We
All
tried.
right, sorry.
Fallout 4 Wasteland Workshop. A lot of people gave me crap for buying the Star Wars Battlefront season pass, and they're like, I only trust companies like Bethesda with the season pass. Well, maybe not there so much either. Now, this one actually was cheaper. It gave you a good deal. Jared Petty is the kind of guy who reviewed this game. He absolutely wanted to love this. I did too, because this is like, you're building robots. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of cool stuff here, and it just doesn't really work out.
Yeah.
This is the only DLC on the list. Let's keep going. Homefront: The Revolution. This is actually one of the bigger games on this list. This was supposed to be not a AAA, but this was a the leftovers of what we would have called a AA game, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. A THQ game.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
This one didn't pan out.
Yeah, not so hot there. A lot of people got that. Also got other outlets were way more brutal with this game.
Yeah.
I think when a game sets itself up to be like a really big game and then there's things clearly wrong with it, it's like, why don't you just scale back on the textures and do more less bugs.
Exactly.
Idiots.
Max, this next one breaks my heart.
Yep.
Absolutely breaks my
Yeah,
heart.
we previewed this and we had a good time, and we're sort of like, all right, what next? So Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan.
Yeah.
This was the Platinum developed Ninja Turtles beating them up. Beating them up. Yeah, that's a bummer.
See, and this is the thing, like, no local multiplayer. Huge screw up there. Like, why would you, like, the entire point of these games is to team up with each other and beat up bad guys. The repetitive stages bummed me out, too. Like again, you said before that we previewed this game and we liked it because we played what they call a vertical slice. And a lot of people walk out of a scenario like that being like, this game's going to be awesome. I was like, I think I came on this show and was like, yo, we played Mutants in Manhattan last week. It was awesome. It was really cool. We both really liked the new Turtles movie. This should have been a good year for Turtles. Platinum makes awesome action games. It just didn't come together.
Yeah.
Next, Tharsis. What the hell is Tharsis? Well, it's bad. That's what it is. Arbitrary and cruel events, near impossible dice challenges, luck trumps decision making. I mean, it's a slot machine simulator, basically. So
I don't
I don't know if there was a universe where this would be good. Next, Cobalt.
Ugh.
Another bad one.
That's what happens when you take off Mighty Number 9's skin. What is that? It looks like a Newgrounds game.
Yep, it probably
All right.
was.
Can we just move on? I don't
Yeah,
want
let's
to
go
look
to
at
the
it
next
anymore.
one.
Okay.
2 Nintendo games on this list. Hyrule Warriors Legends. Now, this is this game was reviewed 3 times for IGN. Once on the Wii U, which we actually enjoyed. Once on the new 3DS, which performs considerably better. And this, 4.0 on the original Nintendo 3DS. The frame rate is terrible. The 3D actually doesn't work.
That's kind of bad, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
for a
pretty bad.
game where you're constantly attacking things, when there's a hiccup in frame rate every time you do that, nope.
Nope.
And finally, Alekine's Gun. I think I'm saying that right. It's actually a chess term,
Okay.
which is exactly why I don't know it, because if I was great at chess, I wouldn't
See,
be
this is
sitting
the
at
kind of
desk.
game I want to check out because
Yeah.
it sounds like when I hear comically bad AI, that
Yeah.
sounds like a laugh and a half and a good time to be had.
So there
by
it is,
all.
3.0, the worst game reviewed so far this year at IGN. The
Yeah.
year is young. We still have half of it left. Plenty of bad games on the way. And
Yeah.
also lots of great ones.